What is going on, guys? This is Step42 here, and today I am back with another college football prediction video. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most highly anticipated college football games of this upcoming weekend. Week 1 is almost officially in the books. We got FSU and LSU tonight. We also have Clemson versus Duke tomorrow night. So it is football, and then next weekend we got the NFL on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So everything football is back, and I'm excited. I mean, it was fun. 12 o'clock games, and then after that it was just like kind of like blowouts here and there, like Oregon putting up like 81 points against Portland, and then like USC was like 73 to like something else or somewhere like that. But it was just insane. But yeah, so this game is going to be the most highly anticipated game, and I cannot wait for it because I am a Panthers fan, and as you guys know, Matt Rule, who was not so great with the Carolina Panthers, is now with Nebraska, and you always have these fans fighting on social media about how they can't stand him and all that other stuff, and I think he'll do well in Nebraska, but I think it'll take a little bit of time because you know how Matt Rule likes to take everything down and then build it back up, and so I think Matt Rule will do well with Nebraska, but I don't think he'll do well this year, considering the game on Thursday night against Minnesota. That game, they should have won that game because they had the ball with like, let's say, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, something like that, and then for whatever reason, Matt Rule decides to call a pass play with Jeff Sims, who already have 2 interceptions, and I think it was under pressure, and he threw it, and of course, the defender in the backfield snagged the interception, and pretty much Minnesota went all the way down the field, had like some penalties that went Minnesota's way, and then that crazy touchdown catch by Jackson Daniels with a 1-foot toe drag. Second, of course, when his other foot touched the out of bounds, and that game was just nuts. That ending was just insane, and then of course. Nebraska held Minnesota to like 3 points all the way through the fourth quarter, and they just could not, like, their defense kind of caved in. Their offense was not so great, so they have to work on their offense. And of course, Jeff Sims, he wasn't that good at Georgia Tech, but like that was just crazy. But anyways, man, Colorado upsetting TCU, who was ranked 17th in the nation. Shedeur Sanders had the craziest game as a just Power 5 quarterback, first year with Colorado, coming from Jackson State and HBCU, and to just dominate on the field with going 500 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, which was insane. And then Travis Hunter is one of the most generational, like, insane players to ever play college football, in my opinion, because I've never seen a player play both sides of the ball. I think Shiloh Sanders also plays both sides of the ball as well, which is Deion Sanders, prime time Deion Sanders' sons. And Shedeur Sanders was just unbelievable. Travis Hunter was just insane. Dylan Edwards, the freshman running back, was dominating on the passing or receiving game. It was just insane. But anyways, so Colorado's defense wasn't all that great, but considering it was like a Big 12 type game, where the defenses didn't exist at all until like Colorado had a huge stop at the end against TCU. I mean, that game was the funnest game yesterday. It was fun. So, as you guys know, when I like to read off on ESPN with the matchup predictor, the season leaders, the team stats, and I'll base it off my prediction at the end of the video. And of course, it'll be playing at Folsom Field, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Time, September 9th, 2023 on Fox. So it's a big noon Saturday. And so yeah, the matchup predictor actually has still, right now, Nebraska has a 58% chance over Colorado's 41%. I like how they updated the matchup predictor too. Looks a lot better now. Alright, so the season leaders, we have Jeff Sims, had 3 interceptions, not so great. He had 1 touchdown, 114 passing yards, and went 11 completions to 19 attempts. So Jeff Sims needs to work on his passing game. So he struggled a lot against Minnesota, but Minnesota also was pretty good on defense. So who knows? Anything can happen with rivalries. And this is also a rivalry game, and so it's going to be a fun game to watch. Shador Sanders, best performance I've ever seen in a while. I mean, the dude threw 510 passing yards, first game, and on top of that, in the FBS, transferring from Jackson State. He was good regardless of where he was. It's just people didn't think that it would translate well in the FBS, which it already has been. So he went 38 to 47, 510 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. He played incredibly well yesterday. Of course, the rushing yards leaders for Nebraska was Jeff Sims, had 19 carries, 91 yards, and 0 touchdowns. And then Wilkinson, that dude is a tank. Like, he can bulldoze people. He's strong. 13 carries, 45 rushing yards, and 1 touchdown. Bullock for Nebraska had 3 receptions, 56 yards, and 1 touchdown. I think that was like their tight end, maybe. I could be wrong. But yeah, Dylan Edwards, who's a running back, he had a crazy game yesterday. 5 receptions, 135 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns. All right, let me zoom in on this right here. All right, they update. Yeah, I like how ESPN updated everything. All right, so team stats, we have total yards. We have Nebraska, 295 total yards, and of course Colorado, 565 yards passing, 114.0, not too great at all. Colorado, 510 passing yards, yards rushing, 181 versus 55. So Colorado needs to work on the rushing game because Nebraska is not bad when running the ball. Yards allowed on defense, we have Nebraska 251 compared. Oh my gosh, Colorado allowed 541 total yards. That is wild. And Nebraska has a good defense. So if Colorado is going in there thinking they're going to blow out Nebraska, I think Nebraska still has a good defense. So it might be like a 1 or 2 score game. So Nebraska still has a pretty good defense in my opinion. Passing yards allowed, they only allowed 196 passing yards compared to Colorado's 279.0. Rushing yards allowed, only 55.0. So that is pretty big for Nebraska. And of course, Colorado surprisingly allowed 262 rushing yards. So that's not good for defensively, because Colorado did struggle defensively against TCU. And of course, on offense, Nebraska struggled on offense, and they couldn't really do much on the ball. But anyways, all right. So the final score, or the prediction that I'm going to give out, I think that since it is at Colorado, I think, and plus, it's at Colorado, and it's going to be a rivalry game, I still think Colorado is going to win minus 14 points. I think that Colorado is going to have a touchdown and then have a late touchdown, maybe probably like 7 minutes left of the fourth quarter. And of course, Colorado pretty much beats Nebraska by 14 points, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is going to be a fun game to watch, I think. And yeah, I cannot wait for this game. It's going to be exciting to watch both teams, to see how well both teams do defensively, because Colorado struggles on defense. Nebraska's pretty good on defense, but Colorado on offense is really good. Nebraska's offense, not so good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Subscribe for more college football prediction videos. They're on the way every single Sunday. And see you guys next time. Set 42 here. Peace out.